The last qualifying session of the season starts in a few seconds. Good evening, everyone. We are here at the first half of the finale of the 2015 season. Three drivers will fight for the championship, which are Balin Soga, Michael Mocho, and Victory Bobo. One of them going to be the champion tomorrow. The big question is who. Monza is the last race, just like last year, where we usually can see really exciting races, thanks for the hard braking points and the huge average and top speed. I'm looking forward to commentate both the quali and both the race tomorrow, since for me this is the most exciting DTM season so far, maybe the most exciting year ever since the GP4 OC is on its way. Usually the qualis are not the most exciting, but today this will change for sure. I would like to give my best as a commentator, and hopefully today and tomorrow will be one of the days where I can talk the way to be the best leader for me and for you guys. But now, let's see the quali and the last quali for the 2015 DTM season. As we can see, we will have a dry qualifying session, so we won't experience any kind of rain. Maybe in 2 hours, but we don't care about that because the qualifying is going to be only 30 minutes long. I told that three names of Erbarin Solka, Michael Much, and Victory Bobo because they are the only drivers who have the chance for the championship, since the fourth place Roland Moityan is mathematically out from the title contention, which means he has no chance at all, no matter what happens, to win the championship. Victory Bobo is standing with 31 points and Bain Saga with 41, which means Ibobo must win in order to win the championship, and his other rivals like Mocho and Soga shouldn't score any points, since if Ibobo gonna have 41 points, likewise Soga, then Ibobo gonna win because he has more wins. But this only works if Soga and Mocho are both retiring, which I doubt, but it can happen. Looking at the 2015 season, everything can happen. This is why I said this might be the most exciting GP4 OC season ever since the series is on its way. I am greeting everyone in the chat, and as I said, I hope you guys gonna have fun tonight, likewise me, and we can see an interesting and an exciting title battle, just like we see at Spa, which got the prize of the most exciting GP4 race ever, which I was surprised to be honest, because the whole GP4 series is going on for a good 3 years now, and you could have seen some changes. Now the rain got a little higher as for the percentage. That will be the sky gonna be partly cloudy. It's nothing important. It won't rain. Nothing will happen, to be honest. And thank you, Rob, and for the others for everything. And yes, I would like some cookies after the commentation after the commentary, because my throat dries out, and with some milk or with some water, the cookies are the best. So thank you for that. I appreciate everything and everyone. Well, as long as it don't hurt me, but this is another topic. We talk about that if we're gonna have some intermission. So the qualifying gonna be 25 minutes and not 30, which means the drivers have 25 minutes to decide who's gonna take the pole position and who's gonna be the runner-up. But we will see that. So far, the first heat is on its way, and seems like Balint gonna be the first driver who will be able to go on lap, even though all of the team's cars are going out. And yes, Soga will be the first driver who will do a lap for us. This lap gonna be the most important one all along the drivers. This lap gonna be the virtual target which drivers must conquer, must jump over in order to take the pole position. I didn't talk too much about Monza. There is nothing to talk about it actually. It's a it's a medium long track with really long straights with a huge average and top speed. There are big braking points, some tight fast corner, fast right, and fast left-handers. Some corners are pretty slow, for example, the first and the second chicane. There are after the double right-handers, which are medium speed corners. Then again a medium speed corner after the second longest straight of the track. And there we go to the third straight, and we are going back to the start-finish line with a huge turning back corner. I didn't say any names on purpose. And happy birthday for Ranzo Tomaselli, who we just got know. It's his birthday today. And he can watch the qualifying with us. So, Soga is the first driver who is starting his lap. Daniel Adventure is behind him. You're gonna follow him and check his lines, maybe try to recreate his lines. The first corner went without any problems. So far this lap seems to go without any problems. This is the part where the first sector ends, and Soga's first split time is at 24.4, which we won't know is good or not. But we know that he has the fuel for 9 laps, which is a bit too much, I think, because it's only a qualifying lap. The drivers usually, as in every GP4 OC season, in the qualifying they do one out lap, one qualifying lap, and one in lap. 51.9 is the second sector, just a little bit inside 52. And we're gonna see what kind of lap time he will score at the end of the lap. This is the last corner. A really long right, left hander, right hand hander, I mean not left. And Soga is finishing the lap with a 1:22.5. Adventure is already beating that lap by 4 tenths, as Perez is taking the lead by nearly 5 tenths of the second. Ibobo, the other championship contender, comes to second place. Our big overtaking master Lorenzo Tomaselli is scoring second place now, which is a bit surprising after the many bad qualifying sessions he had in the last races. Baraki goes to 6, Andy's only 8, he's the last place now. Joe Hutter surprising us with the 4th place. Chuck McCarthy with a terrible lap, only 10th. Boyman with a 4th place. Ronald Mocha, who is out of the title contention, 3rd. Waldinger 6th. Michael Mocho is going a 3rd lap, which is also surprising, right by Joel Hutter. Now Wolf is still in the spot as Jan's taking the lead. The laps are coming in, and I can't really tell everyone that where they finish so far. This will change towards the end of the session. One thing is for sure, Fernando Firo is coming to the 5th place, and this is the most shorting, and the first wave and the first heat is basically over now. The winner of the first heat is Rance Jans with a 1:21.9.58. Xavi Perez comes at second place. Behind him, Adam Wolf, Lorenzo Tomaselli, and Fernando Firo are the top 5 so far. I could say Mocho is in a good position. Likewise, well, Ibobo and Soga are not really. Soga's first lap went pretty bad. He's only 16th, as Ibobo only 11th, so far Michael Mocho have the best position. Soga is leading by 3 points in front of Mocho, so it's not possible. Alright, so it's basically possible to improve a little on this position. I just seen something in the chat which I didn't understand for first, and now the classic traffic jam in the pit lane, which is happening all the time because these cars are a little bigger than the Formula 1 cars, so they are not fitting the same place as those cars. Somebody's playing the hologram game as well. I think it's Tomaselli, but I'm not 100% sure. Who was going through the wall and going through everything. It was like radiation, like going through everything, you see? I know it's a pretty poor joke, but You know, I try to say jokes in every commentary, in every broadcast, making the whole thingy even better. You guys can throw any questions at me as you wish. Two cars are out from the pits. One of them is Perez. The other is Solga. I can understand Solga that he came out from the pits pretty fast. Likewise, Perez. As I see, Perez is only 10th in the championship and he had 2 podium places. Both of them are second place, so those second places played a big role in his career, we can say so. Because not first nor third positions he took, and he thought the second places are good, so collected 2 of them already. But let's talk about now the top tier Formula 1 race, because it was an interesting race, mainly from my point of view, because finally I could have a good race, which I appreciated a lot. In every 11 or every 10th race I can have a good race too. The gods of GP4 just admitted about that. Not only that, but some of the strategies are a bit messed up, so every car was on a one stop, and the end of the race and the basically not the end of the race, the results of the race were determined by the fuel load which the teams fueled up the drivers with. This race was won by Jay McKenzie, and the second place came Joseph Willows. I think the third was Will Neller, and fourth Florian Werker. So Mercedes Ferrari, Mercedes Ferrari. No. I was the fourth. Sorry, I just thought because Werker was going on the fourth place for such a long time, but after a late tire change, he fell back in the order. Sai Perez is having a pretty good first sector, only 23rd thousandth of a second is the time he's losing. Uh, of course, Mocho, you can have some cookies if you want, but only after the race. While you drive and while you think about winning the championship, you can't eat anything. It's important. Perez with that lap won't improve. He should make a 100% improvement. If we look at that 260,000 of seconds. I don't know the English word, so never mind. And probably he won't improve at all, which we can see now. And yes, I was right. He doubled that time, and so is improving only to 13th position. That won't be. Yes. Danny Adventure is coming here, and boom, P6. Amazing. That was a good lap. Lorenzo Tomaselli is the next one. Yes, Adventure did a pretty good lap, to be honest, with that 6th place. Tomaselli is not improving at all. We didn't talk about Thomas Bennett, even though he's improving to P14, McCarthy to P12. Some people are surprising me for sure. Mochan is 7th. Mocho, nothing. I am most likely paying attention for the title contenders, that if they can improve or not. Even though I'm telling the others too if they do it. I am mainly interested in Ibobo, Solga, and Mocho. I didn't see Ibobo, by the way, for a while now. Sontag P17. Here comes Ibobo. Let's see the time. Only to P13. Ibobo, Mocho, and Solga are not really showing us impressive qualifyings. Ibobo only 13, Mocho is only 14th. Solga is only 19th, and it is at 29, but there are not that many racers. Well, after the second heat, I am really surprised on the drivers, I mean the championship contenders, that they couldn't do anything with that situation. Jans Perez, Wolf, Tomaselli, Firo, Adventure, Motya, Mocho, Mocho? No, Mocho is only 8. Sorry. I was confused by McCarthy. McCarthy was P14. Mocho was P8. So yes, sorry about that. Mocho is standing in a pretty good position at the moment at P8, even though he is nearly at the middle of the field. And as you could see, the other race starts. Sometimes the racers are colliding to each other, and some of them are taking damage, which resulting some of them retire, some of them had to go to pit and ruin their races. So Mocho have to or should, I say should because nothing, you don't have to do anything actually. Which should improve 3 more positions if he wants himself safe in the start, but we can't predict that. Let's see. Third wave is on its way. So far, if the qualifying results are saying the same, Sogo is winning the championship because Mocho will score only 1 point, and Mocho must score at least 3 more points if he win this race. If he win this race, he will win the championship as well, unless Saga is worse than second place. So Saga is coming at third, for example. But yes, it's really tight at the moment and unpredictable what will happen. Wow, between P4 and P6, Tomaselli and Fido have the exact same time, and Adventure is only behind them by 1,000, only by 1,000. That's, yes. And from P2 to P10, only 1/10 of a second. Unfortunately, I can't tell it's so tight from the first to the 22nd positions, because unfortunately it's 5.5 Hatter's distance compared to Jan's. Here comes Sai Perez, the Frenchman who didn't have too much luck in this season, even though he's having 2 second places and 2 podiums in this season. He must show something this race if he wants his reputation and popularity. I couldn't even pronounce the word well. Rise after this race. I believe in him actually. I believe in him, and I believe his skills as well. The first sector is an improvement by 14 thousandths of a second. Perez is actually improving on his third lap, and this is what he needs. This is what he needs if he wants to beat Jans. The key point is the second sector, because if he can make his improvement bigger than before, that might mean he can take the pole position. The second sector is terrible actually. So even though it was a good first sector, the second is terrible. So that won't count anything at all. I will say something. Perez will come back to the box and get ready for the fourth heat as well, for the fourth wave, because with his lap he won't improve, but in the fourth wave he might. We just have to wait and see. But some of the drivers who are lucky might have a fifth one as well. But let's not run to the front this fast. Let's talk about Mo-chan, who is finishing his lap and not improving either. Sermon, not. Jans and Boyman gonna start his lap now. Tomaselli is not improving either. Adventure. Oh, Adventure third! Finally, we can see something from Adventure, even though he's having pretty bad qualifiers and races. Now we could see something interesting from her with that pretty good qualifying lap. Here comes Mocho. Mocho is not improving. McCarthy either. Zonta comes to P14. Bennett is not improving. Soga is P14. That's nothing. That's not enough. That's not enough for the championship. That's not enough for the tomorrow's race. Higgs, nothing. Ibobo, maybe. Victor Ibobo couldn't grab the chance. All the championship contenders are suffering this season. I mean, this session. Not this season, because if it was this season, they wouldn't be able to fight for the championship. Here comes Hutter. Joe Hutter, who could surprise us sometimes. And Hutter takes the pole position. Hutter takes the first place by 87 thousandths of a second. What are we playing? Fitzwater? Yes. Here's the point where Hutter is taking the lead by only a little bit. Let me just check fast, because I don't think Hutter had a pole position, and no, Hutter is one of the guys who has no pole position, while Jack Boyman comes to P3. What's going on, guys? The people who are usually in the middle or the back of the field suddenly at P1 and P3. This is why I said usually we had good races in Monza. This is why I said that when we started that little broadcast. Because the people who are usually at the back of the field, now they are the first and second row. Mocho P10, Ibobo P16, Soga P17. They immediately must find some pace. And now the whole field is separated only by for nearly 5 tenths, which is pretty good actually, with the improvement of Hutter, who just came up from the last place. From 55 it came back to 48. They'll keep replaying something. And yes, there was a marshal. Suddenly ran out another marshal. They were running out. Then they fast went back to the pits. That was a bit interesting. I remember at Spa when the first lap crash happened with Andy Higgs, and the marshal was running back from the track between two cars who were coming. It was an interesting situation as well, like this here. And the today's pole sitter is coming back to the pits at the moment. As I said, Savi Perez might have and will have another lap. If he's lucky, then he might have the chance to get the fifth wave. So far, it seems like everyone is in the pits. Literally everyone is in the pits, nobody is out on the track. Motyan is the one. Fortunately, to the end of the season, I can recognize the cars by their color. So if I see a yellow car, I can say it's Motyan. If I see the purple car, I can say it's Adventure. If I can see the Playboy car, then I say it's Soga. So till the end of the season, I just learned every kind of cars and drivers. I should have done it before, but it's better late than never, they say. As always, I am welcoming everyone to the stream. I hope you guys are having fun, and I hope I'm not causing you headache by my commentatory. Because tomorrow I will commentate as well, so I hope I won't scare away people from watching the tomorrow's season finale. And we have big news. Somehow the US GP gonna have a 30-minute highlight, which is interesting because I think it was one of the most boring races in GP4 ever. But you know, after all, it was a interesting race and an exciting race, despite the first, second, and third position. I think mainly the first two positions were quite obvious from the start. third position wasn't that obvious, so let's see only the first and the second. And Mo-chan is coming, but somehow is going in his way, and this might Mo-chan is getting impended by a big chance. I think Mo-chan's lap is ruined in that way, but let's wait till the first sector point. I don't know, this car was coming out in front of in front of him, and yes, Mo-chan's lap is ruined. He might have another chance, then he's going back to the pits, but this lap is rubbish. If drivers could do that, he could come back to the pits immediately, so he shouldn't even finish this lap. Just getting ready for the second lap of his. Here we can see he's having 6 tenths now. And I don't recall I said anything funny, but maybe I did. I don't really remember what I said. But thank you. Moitian in the last corner. Gonna finish his lap for sure. But it won't be enough for anything. With a big chance, Moitian is finishing his qualifying at P9. Jorge Carinti is the next. Carinti is at 12th position, but that's not working. Perez, our French boy, is 4th. Now Adam Wolf, who unfortunately retired from Spa, that he could have a great podium, but a mechanical failure just took his chances away from the podium. Wolf is coming, Wolf is staying where he is. Kupek is coming, most likely Kupek is staying where he is as well. Maybe I wanna see, maybe not, we will see. Fernando Fierro, nothing. Michael Mocho! Mocho is 4th! This is what we wanted to see from him. Michael Mocho is come at 4th place, and this position is something he really needs if he want to win the championship. Sermon, nothing. Solga! Solga is only P16. That's disappointment, and I don't think he's having the time to improve. Iwobo, no, nothing. So far, it seems like Michael Mocho has the biggest chance tomorrow to win the title. Fitzwater comes to 11th. McCarthy, Kent, Tomaselli, nothing. Adventure, nothing. Higgs, 21st. That's equals with nothing, basically. Here comes Boyman. Boyman might change the order a little if this lap of his is good. This is Boyman's last lap, this 100%. Boyman is finishing at actually P3, which is impressive from him. And we must admit, he's in front of everyone who are in the championship, and it's already official now. Joel Hutter won the last qualifying of the DTM season in 2015. I would like to congratulate to Joel Hutter, because for the last race there is another driver who could took pole position. I will count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's the 9th. He's the 10th pole sitter of the season. Out of 14 races, we had 10 different pole sitters in this season. And I don't know if that ever happened before in any GP4 OC tiers, at any GP4 qualifiers. But one thing is sure, we might have the 12th race winner tomorrow, who knows? And this 12th race winner might be Michael Mocho, but he can bottle the race away like he usually does. We have to unfortunately say that how he usually does, because in the races he's not showing an impressive pace. But we will see if Mocho gonna be a 2-time champion, or maybe someone else gonna take their first championships tomorrow. in the 2015 DTM series. I would like to thanks for everyone for watching and for following this qualifying session. Tomorrow, when we start the broadcast, I would like to talk a little about my future here in the GP4 commentary, because I am not sure if I can continue this commentary thingy with DTM, but we will see. I might not. I might change tiers. I might stay with that. We will see, guys. I don't know my future yet. I have no idea how many and how much time I will have in the future. But tomorrow I will be here. This is 100%. I just created my day to be able to stay here and commentate a very exciting race for you guys tomorrow with 3 title contenders. I'm not sure about if all of them are 3 different car manufacturers, but now we are looking at some of the drivers. For example, Rance Jans, who closed the session at P2. It's a really impressive and very nice qualifying from him. Likewise from Jack Boyman and likewise from Michael Mocho. I would like to give any of them and every of them at least one cookie. Tomorrow they might get another one if they are having a good race, but for today they all will have one. And of course, don't forget to follow the GP4 OC either. It's exciting, likewise the DTM. Soon it will end as well, and you know, I'm curious about who can win the GP2 as well. We will see. We will see about that. I think Fury is the last driver who gonna cross the line and finish the qualifying session. We can see that first. We can see that, and now we can. So Hutter, Jans, Boyman, Mocho, Perez is the first 5. Adventure, Wolf, Firo, Tomaselli, and Mutyan are completing the top 10. And basically, outside of top 10 comes Fitzwater, Waldinger, Kupok, and we can see the gaps which are tighter than ever before. So Kupok, Carinti, Sermon, Solga, Ibobo, Zontag, Parikhi, McCarthy, and in the last row there are Higgs and Thomas Bennett. They are closing the line, and there is also between Sermon and Solga there is 324 thousandths of a second. This, well, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following us here and for listening to me. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we are coming back with the DTM race with the title decider. Till that time, see you guys and goodbye.